Twitch Nation, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another stream, welcome to another flight. As you can see, we're panning around. New payware, you guys. New payware. Phoenix Black Knight is here. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's introduce ourselves. I am Phoenix Black Knight. I'm going to be your captain for today's host and your captain for today's stream and for your today's host. Welcome, everybody. Twitch Nation, welcome. Everybody around the world, welcome. New payware, as you saw in the title, we do have new payware. Phoenix finally came out on Microsoft Flight Simulator in the marketplace for availability for the airport. Also did San Diego, so I purchased San Diego's airport and I also purchased Phoenix's airport. So this is payware, and as you can see, this is not worth the money already. It didn't even load properly, you guys. There should be, obviously, there should be a building here with a gateway. Um, Looks like they got over there set up, but I don't understand why this did not load, especially after paying money for it. So that is something that maybe it just needs to restart the Xbox. Maybe that's what it is, or I don't know. I don't understand how we can possibly fix that going forward. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, once it's on the other side though. Okay. Well, let's just play it as it is. No need to stop the stream and reload and take more time off. Uh, Depending on how San Diego loads, it may not be a turnaround. Because if San Diego loads just like this, you guys, then obviously there's something wrong and there's no point of doing a turnaround. We gotta fix it. I mean, look at the, yeah, yeah. So maybe it was just a bad load or something, but at least let's get out. Let's go. Let's check out the Phoenix's airport. Let's get up in the air. Let's fly a little bit. Let's touch down in San Diego, and let's see what San Diego brings. Oh, look at that, you guys. Oh, that wasn't there before. That's pretty sick. Got the military planes out. Graphic wise, I mean, look at. I mean, this wasn't here before. The Southwest. The Southwest and Seattle, Southwest Seattle, Southwest and San Diego is flight is dominated by Southwest. So from Phoenix to San Diego, it is definitely dominated by Southwest. They actually fly the B737 down there. We can't fly the B737. We're the Airbus family, so we had to substitute the B737 for Southwest for the 321 Neo, which is okay because Frontier actually has a couple flights from Phoenix to San Diego, and they fly the 320 Neo. So we're flying the correct plane on the correct route. Just just not a B738 737. We're just doing the 320 Neo with Southwest, which I don't didn't look like they had. I looked at all the flights. Doesn't look like they run that type of plane out there. Gate we're D15 is what gate we're on. Unfortunately, I don't understand why it did not load, you guys. I'm still baffled on that. How we can there's our tram we have out here in Phoenix. That's pretty cool. But yeah, paid money for this. It was $22.99, I believe. $22.99 for this, and this is what I got. So hopefully somebody's watching or someone can spread the word that what is going on with this, man. And hope, yeah, like I said, after this, we'll see how San Diego loads. If once we get to San Diego and San Diego looks perfect, uh, then we'll have to pause the stream and redo the flight back, and maybe that reload will make the Phoenix flight back in better than going out. So, without further ado, and stop talking, and wasting time, let's jump into the plane and let's go ahead and just get into our flight briefing, you guys. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, let's go ahead and pull up our sim brief. All right, so real world flight today, you guys. Flight number, we are Frontier 2947 in Phoenix, Arizona right now, taking off from Phoenix going into San Diego. We're in the Airbus 320. Today is May 7th. This flight was scheduled for 8:21 a.m. So right now you're looking at 8:21 a.m. Right now in Phoenix. We're scheduled to arrive at 9:44 a.m. in San Diego. Air time they gave us is 55 minutes. The block time they gave us is 1 hour and 23 minutes to finish the flight. Altitude they got us flying at today, cruising altitude is going to be 32,000 feet. We are flying a distance of 279 nautical miles. Wind is at 262 over 41 knots. Let's go scroll down. We got passengers on board. We have 130 passengers on board today's flight. So block fuel, we're going to have 9,682 pounds. That means we're going to have a payload of 29,806 pounds. When we take off out of Phoenix, Arizona, we're going to be taking off from runway 25 right, 25 Roger, and when we go wheels down in San Diego, we're going to be wheels down on runway 27. Runway 27 is not an ILS runway, so we will be eyeballing it with the light bulbs on the left, two white, two red. All right, that is flight briefing, you guys. You guys have been briefed. I've been briefed now. Let's go ahead and get the plane ready for passengers. Well, I guess the fake passengers anyway. All right, so let's slide over here in the middle. And then as always, let's go calm down our go-getter co-captain over here. Let's turn him off. All right, let's go slide up to the middle. Actually, yeah, this one doesn't have the tablet. Slide up to the middle. Let's go ahead and hit our external power. Go ahead, wait for the plane to boot up. It should be a loud whoosh starting soon. Maybe not in this plane. Maybe it's in the little brother. Okay. External power's on. Let's go ahead and hit our no smoking sign. Let's go ahead and get our seatbelt sign on. Let's go ahead and get our nav lights on. Let's go ahead and turn our beacon lights on. Everything else stays the same. APU bleed. Let's go ahead and turn that on. APU master. Let's turn that on. Let's wait on the APU start. Panel to brightness display. Let's go ahead and turn that up bright. Perfect. Let's jump down here to the captain seat to the captain view. Let's turn on our ATC and let's get our GPU unit connected to the plane. There's our ground power unit going. Okay. With that ground power unit, let's go ahead and do our jetway connection. We didn't have that Southwest picture before and a lot of other things too. Man, I just wish. We'll go outside and we'll take a look. Let's go ahead and get the jetway connected. Here comes the jetway. Okay, and then let's go ahead and hit the baggage services. That's the master alarms. Go ahead and turn that off. Oh, I wonder if this is the building that's under construction still. But why would they not put it up? Because that is all... Because look at that, that's all Southwest right there as well. And that's connected to a building. I wish you could tell what gates those are. We're gonna have to drive by that and see what gates those are, you guys. Let's get our catering services going. Yeah, we got to realize what gates are those. We'll drive by and see what gates those are going forward. Phoenix can't do me like this. I mean, we literally have Phoenix in the title of my name, and this is what we bring. First time streaming out of the payware for Phoenix. This is what I get. Just cars just floating in the air, nothing underneath it. No building right here whatsoever. I wonder if these guys are getting the same problem. Alright, no more procrastination. But anyway, this is the payware, you guys. This is it. This is what you're gonna get if you pay $22.99. Hopefully for you guys, the runway and everything, I mean the buildings and everything load. Runway is supposed to have the tire marks. I see them right now. There's those tire marks right there. That looks pretty nice. Something to aim for when we come down in. Yeah, $22.99 for this payware, and that is exactly our tower. So that's I would say that's spot on there. Yeah. We'll go down and taxi and check it out even more, but let's go down and check these gates out. And then hopefully this is just a bad load, you guys. I don't know. Hope it's not contagious in San Diego. Alright, baggage services, as you can see, is wrapping up. So is our catering services. So let's jump back into the captain seat to the captain view. Let's go ahead and turn on our APU now. Let's go ahead and turn on our co-captain. We're not in that page for him to go crazy yet, so he'll be ready to go when we are. So let's turn him on. Wait for the APU to fire up. IPU's fired up. Let's go ahead and slide back. And let's go ahead and turn our battery 1 and battery 2 on now. Let's go ahead and turn our pumps on. Let's go ahead and turn off our GPU. And let's go ahead and turn off our external power. Let's go back to the captain's seat to the captain view. Let's go ahead and get our jetway disconnected. Let's go ahead and get back and get our clearance into San Diego. Come over here so you guys can see what we're doing. We want us at the 8,000 feet. So let's put in 8. We'll climb at 1,500 feet per minute as always. Takeoff speed, we're going to be about, we can hit 250 out. If they pull us back, they pull us back. But let's set for 250. Yeah, 250 is entered. Let's go ahead and put our floodlights. Goes on this right there. Middle console right here. Let's get all this illuminated. Come up. Let's go ahead and get our flight directory on. And then autopilot lights, illumination, all of our MF right there. And right there. Okay, we are set. Ground services. Cross check everything. Cross check, cross check, cross check, cross check, cross check. Perfect. Let's get our pushback. Pushback has been accepted. Oh, weather, you guys. I didn't tell you the weather. I apologize. The weather in Phoenix right now is 81 degrees and cloudy, it says. I don't see a cloud out here. But that's what it says. But I say clear skies on that one. And then going into San Diego, we're looking at 65 degrees and sunny is what it says going into San Diego. So, engine normal mode. It's in normal. Let's put that in the start position. Get ready for our pushback to start engine 1. We have connection, so let's go ahead and release our parking brake. Parking brake release. We are being pushed back. Let's go ahead and start engine 2, as I always enjoy. I like how far they pushed us back. Look how far they pushed us back out of that gate. So now we actually have room to turn. I mean, look where it put us. That's definitely further back. And I have a... Yeah, that's definitely further back, you guys. Alright, engine 2 is available. Let's do engine 1. All to our passengers, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, Phoenix Black Knight. I want to thank you for choosing Southwest for your traveling experience. Right now in Phoenix, Arizona, it is 81 degrees and cloudy. We're going to be taking off from Phoenix going into San Diego. San Diego is about 65 degrees and sunny. The flight's going to be just under an hour to get us there. Hopefully we'll get you there earlier than later, but we don't have any problems taking off. We appreciate you using Southwest as your flying link, and enjoy, sit back, relax, enjoy your flight. Okay, made our call to our passengers. We just got clearance for our taxi. Taxi ribbon is up. So let's go ahead and get our taxi lights ready. So look up. Here we go. Let's go get runway lights. Let's turn those on. Landing lights, they stay on restricted. Taxi light goes to the taxi light position. And then strobe light stays off as well. Beacon light stays where it's at. Wing light stays off. And nav light stay where it's at as well. Let's go ahead and Come down here and let's take our flaps. Let's put those all the way down to 100%. Make sure those are working. Speed brakes as well. Let's put those up in arm. Let's pan around here. Let's take a look, you guys. Speed brakes are up. Those are working as we can verify, and our flaps are coming down as well, so those are working as well. Speed brakes, let's bring those all the way up and arm those for takeoff. Let's get those armed. Flaps, let's bring those up plus minus 10%. Let's put on the minus 10% for a taxi. Engine mode, let's put it on normal. Come back in, let's put our little brake on right there for taxi. That is on. Let's turn off our APU bleed now. Let's come over here so you guys can see it. APU bleed comes off. Let's turn off our APU master. APU start comes off. That's what we like to see. Let's put our zoom up a little bit on our camera. Let's go ahead and do the thumbs up and the salute to the ground crew. Said we are out of here. We should be going left, I believe. Nope, they want us to go right. Okay, we're going right. So let's go ahead and give the plane some power. Releasing parking brake. We do have momentum. Gonna go ahead and turn the plane. We are on our way. Let's get out here on the taxi ribbon. I don't know why they want us so close to that other plane for some weird reason. But we're gonna go out here on the taxi ribbon. As always, we do have live players on, so hopefully we see some other people flying. I mean, you can already tell. Look at the ground texture, you guys. The yellow's already popping out. The black's already popping out better. I mean, we had the default airport, so already we're winning just by that behind us. Right there is already way better than the default we already had. That's just unfortunate. I don't know what this part is. We had the same thing in Dallas-Fort Worth. When we landed in Dallas-Fort Worth, we had the same problem. So I don't know. Very interesting. I don't know if that's my Xbox or what. Like I said, this was a payware, you guys. So if that you pay for this and download it, when I downloaded it, nothing else was using the internet. I made sure everything was off, so there was nothing draining my internet bandwidth. So it's just got to be a bad load. I hope. Just got to maybe I just got to restart my Xbox. Oh, we're going a little fast. Restart the Xbox, huh? Maybe it'll reset when we come back from San Diego. I'm hoping. But look at this. This is new. They make us go longer on the taxiway. We usually are up one more, you guys. We usually turn. Let me show you. We usually turn right there, and we're not even level. This is nice that we're actually coming in and coming up level. So they actually pushed us back one more. That, I like that. Engine's idle. Because now we can actually be lined up and straight for the runway. Manually stopping the plane. Okay, parking brake activated. Co-pilot is getting the clearance to taxi. See what they tell us what our altimeter is. 29-906. I want 29-96. Cleared to take off. Let's change our lights. Runway lights come off. Landing lights. Let's put them in the on position. Our nose lights, put that in the takeoff position. Wing lights, let's go ahead and leave that off. Strobe light comes on. Beacon light stays on, and our nav light stays on. Fasten seatbelt sign is on. No smoking sign is on. Cross check. Flaps are at 10%. This will be 10% takeoff. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get our stopwatch. Let's go ahead and activate that and make sure that it is working. 2 seconds is going. Perfect. Okay. Let's give this engine some power. Release the parking brake. Let's make our announcements to the crew. Flight crew, prepare for takeoff. Okay. Announcements been made. Let's go ahead and slow down the plane a little bit. Go ahead and turn. Oh, look at the runway. That looks nice, you guys. Yeah. A little stuttering right here. A little stuttering with the graphics. Alright. Going up alive. Coming down the same way. Engines. Flex, let's go. Let's fly. Yeah, I like the look at the runway. Look at all the tire marks. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Just want to know about that building, and I hope it doesn't do it in San Diego. 120 commit. V1 rotating. We have a positive climb, gears up. Activate our climb. Autopilot's already engaged. Look how smooth that was. Put our train on. We are at 1,800 feet right now and climbing up to 8,000 feet. Results of our product. Very smooth takeoff, you guys. Very smooth to the transition of the autopilot. I've been working on that all day yesterday. And the fact that I was able to carry that over, and I don't want to jinx it, but I've been working on the landing. It just pulls to the right, so you literally have to land with the joystick pulled to the left to get it straight in the runway, which I've been practicing and practicing as well. So this should be a very smooth flight. As you just saw on the takeoff, that was great on the takeoff. Very smooth into the autopilot. Like, that was transition. That's what we want. Going 250 knots. We're climbing right now. We're at 3,000 feet. We will release the crew and have them get ready for services at 5,000 feet. We'll ring the seatbelt sign one time and just release the crew. But we're holding 250 knots. THC, ATC has not told us to slow down or anything. We will be turning left here. So let's hold on to that. Let's get our view a little bit over here so you guys can see what's going on. Right there? Yeah. There is 5,000 feet. Oh, whoops. Put the camera. There's 5,000 feet. Slide over here. So let's go ahead and release the crew. There we go. Ring the bell once. Crew's ready to be released and prepared for services. We are at 5,400 feet, climbing up to 8,000 feet still. Coming back to the landing part and pulling to the right, it is not the paddle, if anybody was thinking that. I have confirmed with other planes that it does not pull to the right on landings. It is just on these Airbuses it does. So it is not the paddle, just these just the Airbuses that we fly, of course. All right, they want us up to 20,000 feet. So we'll go ahead and stay at, put 20,000 feet in, but we'll keep our climbing restriction at 1,500 until we get up past 10,000 feet and then catch our speed up to 335 knots, and then we'll go ahead and open up the climb. (9,500 feet, you guys. Let's start preparing the plane for flying above 10,000 feet. So let's slide over here in the middle. Let's go ahead and look up and let's go ahead and get our landing lights. We gotta get those in the off position. Strobe light, that comes to the off position as well. Beacon light stays on, nav light stays on. Nose lights, that goes to the off position as well. Perfect, let's go ahead and slide down here. We are above 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and open up our speed. Let's go 335 knots. Climbing restriction, let's keep that on until we get up to 335 knots, and then we'll go ahead, we'll open up like I mentioned earlier. Altimeter 29.95. Albuquerque, New Mexico. We will continue as planned. Southwest 2947. Okay, there's 320. Let's go ahead and go pre-climb. (19,500 feet. Let's go ahead and get our altimeter. Let's put that on standard barrel. There we go. Let's go ahead and get up to 28,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the train now since we are above 20,000 feet and still climbing. Let's get up 32,000 feet. 32 has been entered. Plane is climbing. coming up on our cruising altitude of 32,000 feet. Let's go ahead and release the let's go ahead and turn off fasten the seatbelt sign so we can go ahead and release our crew members, and we can also release the passengers on board. Fasten the seatbelt sign is off. Let's go ahead and make the call. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now free to move about the cabin. Okay, call's been made. Since we're at cruising altitude, this is a short flight. Let's go ahead and jump into our cruising flight briefing, you guys. Cruising flight briefing. Let's jump right into it. First off, let me welcome everybody. If you just joined us, if you just joined into the stream, you guys, I am Phoenix Black Knight. I am your captain for today's flight and your host for today's stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. Once again, Phoenix Black Knight. We are at our cruising altitude. What we like to do is like to recap what's going on with the flight. If you're just tuning in, if you missed the takeoff and the mission briefing. So right now we are in Phoenix, Arizona. We just took off and we are going into San Diego, California. This flight right now is a Frontier flight, but we're in a Southwest plan because this route is actually dominated by Southwest, but they fly the Boeing 737, and I can't fly that. I'm a strictly Airbus family flyer, unfortunately. So we have to substitute the Frontier airline that actually flies this route as well with the 320neo, but we're not flying Frontier, we're actually flying the Southwest since it's dominates Southwest, and we haven't flown Southwest. So that's why we have the Southwest lever going. So there it is. If you want to track it, flight number is 2947. Is our flight name. Flight call sign is Southwest 2947. Took off of Phoenix, going into San Diego. Airbus 320, which we just mentioned. This flight was taken off at 8:21 in the morning. We're supposed to land at 9:44 in the morning. Airtime they gave us is 55 minutes. The block time they gave us to fix the total land the plane, hour and 23 minutes. Cruising altitude is 32,000 feet, which we got it entered in right now. Fasten the seatbelt sign is off. Passengers are free to move about the cabin. Passengers on board, we do have 134 people on board, minus not including crew. Boat fuel for the flight, 9,682 pounds. Cargo is going to be 5,732 pounds. Total payload is 29,806 pounds. When we were in Phoenix and we took off of runway right, 25, roger. And when we come down into San Diego, we're expected to touch down on runway 27. Our runway 27 is not a ILS, it's actually a lock. So we'll be going in visual nav. So we'll be visual on landing. So I'm excited for that. Other than that, you guys have been briefed. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather real quick. Sorry. San Diego weather is 65 degrees and sunny going into San Diego. When we left Phoenix, it was 81 degrees and cloudy. But we didn't get any clouds out of Phoenix. Phoenix was actually pretty clear skies. So, but we'll see what San Diego is. As of right now, looking forward, I see a little haze, but I don't see anything cloudy wise. So it's supposed to be sunny. So that's good. All right, you guys have been briefed. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you here at the stream. As always, I'm going to log off until the descent. If you guys would like to chat, go ahead and hit me up in the chat, and I'll go ahead and answer it here on the stream live. Other than that, that is it, you guys. I will see you on the descent when we make our calls for descent into San Diego. Range, you guys, on our distance. Let's turn that out to 20. Holding, right now we're at 0.81 Mach, which is, come down on our ground speed, just so you guys know, 439 ground speed. And we are holding there. We're holding strong at 32,000 feet. Alright, let's descend. 20,000 feet. Fasten the seatbelt sign comes back on. Let's go ahead and turn our terrain back on since we are descending. Once we hit 20,000 feet, we will pull our speed back. From 335, we'll pull it to 280 knots. Excited to see San Diego's airport and the payware that we bought for it. I'm excited to see it. I hope it's better than what we just saw in Arizona, and I'm really hoping when we reload and fly back that it's Phoenix loads better. Oh, they want us to hold up at 24,000 feet. That was pushing it. That was pushing it. They wanted, yeah, they wanted us to hold up at 24,000 feet all of a sudden. Give us the clearance for 20 and stop us at 24. Pull our speed back. Let's hit the 280 now. 280 is entered. Now they want us down to 19,000 feet. 19 feet entered. 19,000 feet is entered. As soon as we hit 19,000 feet, let's pull our speed back to 250. Let's see what they did drop us after 19,000 feet. If it's close to 10,000 feet, we'll go to 250. If they drop us to 16, we'll stay at 280. $19,500 feet, you guys. Still descending down to 19,000 feet. Let's see where they want us to go on this next descent. We'll see what we should do with our speed. They may tell us what to do with our speed, actually. They may tell us to go something. Go to 250. They want us down to 12,000 feet. They want us not have speed above 270. We'll go 250. 12,000 feet entered. 250 knots entered. ATC does not want us above 270 knots. Like I said, we'll hold at 250. Alright, descending, coming past 18,000 feet, which means we got to get our altimeter Let's put it on 29.92 until ATC tells us otherwise. $14,700 feet, still descending down to 12,000 feet. $12,300 feet. Still holding at 250 knots. Down to 10,000 feet. They don't want our speed above 250, which we're already going. As soon as we hit 10,000, then we're going to drop it down to 240 knots. And depending on where they descend us after that, we may hit 220, or we may go all the way down to 210 and start our approach. Coming up on 11,200 feet. You guys know what that means. We got to prepare our plane for under 10,000 feet flying, so let's light it up. Landing lights, let's go to the on position. Nose lights goes to the takeoff position. Strobe light goes to the on position. Beacon light stays on. Wing light stay off. Nav light stays on. Runway lights stay off. 10,300 feet. Still descending down to 10,000. They want us down to 8,000 feet. When we get to 8,000 feet, we're going to pull our speed back and go to 220. Now, since we are below 10,000 feet, I want to turn our nautical range. Let's turn that to 10 nautical miles. $8,100 feet. Let's go ahead and pull our speed back now. 220. Now they want us at 6,100 feet. 6,100 feet is entered. 220 speed is entered. As soon as we hit 6,200 feet, I'm going to pull our speed back to 210 knots for our approach. Three 3009. They want us to slow our speed to 210, and they want us down to 5,200 feet. 5,000 feet. Let's go flaps 1. They want us down to 4,000 feet. $4,000 feet is entered. I love this approach. I think I was just talking about this on the other flight when we flew out of San Diego. When you're coming in, from the west like this. You get the city to the left when we're coming in. Oh, yeah, this is a great nighttime sunset flight. We got to arrange that one of these times. Coming in, you got the city. I mean, look at that. You see the city right there, but descending. Yeah, coming in for a landing right there on your left. It's beautiful. They want us down to 3,600 feet. I'm going to line our camera up with the plane. There we go. They want us down to 2,700 feet. Put our localizer on. Shouldn't have a localizer. This is a lock runway. We should actually hit our lock on now, actually, with it. There's another plane right there in front of us. According to our radar, our white dot. I think that's a plane. Yep, let's hit 10 miles out, hit our lock. Pull our speed back, 160. Flaps 2. Let's hit our approach. Oop, I just hit the microphone, sorry. Full flaps. Altimeter 3010. We just got cleared to approach. We got our glide slope activated, holding 160 knots. Go around if we need to is 2,700 feet. Okay, we got clearance to land. Let's go ahead and put this on auto. Arm our speed brakes. Speed brakes are armed. Let's go ahead and bring our gears down. Let's go outside, you can see them. Gears are down. Let's put the camera view right here so you can see reversers. Jump back inside. Let's go medium. Actually, no, let's go low on the auto brake. Let's line up again. Camera line up with the plane so we know where to put our nose. Alright. Let's go ahead and make our call. Flight crew, prepare for landing. Alright, you guys. We got the clearance for land. You guys are ready to watch me land. I'm ready to land this plane. Crew has been prepped, ready for land. I'm going to land the plane. Talk to you guys when we're on the ground. Check. Look at that city, you guys, to the left. Oh, isn't that awesome? What a way to come in. And don't forget, San Diego's a payware. I just bought that today with Phoenix. So this is a whole new airport. So this is going to be nice to see. My plane. Continue. 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 Look at that. Versus going. Great landing, you guys. Zoom back in. Just gotta force the stick to the left. That's the secret. Force it to the left. That way we don't land on the right anymore. Force it to the left. Alright, let's go ahead and get off the runway. Get our brake off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down, San Diego. Engines idle. Manually stopping the plane. We got to contact ground. Let's get a clearance to our gate. Parking brake set. Slide over here to the middle. APU bleed comes on now. APU master comes on. APU start comes on. Let's go ahead and contact ground. See where we got to go for our gate. Clean our flaps up. Clean our lights up. Strobe light comes off. Landing lights, both of them go to the restricted position. Nose light goes to the taxi position. Runway light comes on. Wing light stays off. Beacon light stays on. And nav light stays on. APU is on and available. Flaps are cleaned up, set for the 10% to taxi. We cleaned up our speed brake. Parking brake is off. Let's go ahead and hit power. Right, and we got clearance to our gate. Do have some sputtering on this. I don't know if it's coming through on you guys. Do you guys see that sputtering right there? Oh, hello. Hey, how are you? So on the Xbox, it's definitely sputtering right now here in San Diego. So I don't know if that's a bandwidth problem, airport problem, I don't know. But we are sputtering. Where they got us, right here in the corner. Oh man, alright. We won't take this wide. Here we are. Alright. Here we are, Marshall. Where you want us, homie? Right? Okay. There's our... Yeah, I cheated. I cheated. Right there? Okay. And stop. Parking brake. Engine's idle. Seatbelt sign comes off. Spin our flaps up. Main cabin door is open, jetway's connected. Let's go ahead and turn engine 1 off. Clean our lights up. Runway lights comes off. Taxi light comes off. Oh, he put us right on. Nice. Engine 2, let's kill that. Total time, you guys. 54 minutes to get into San Diego. 54 minutes. Alright, so what this is a turnaround, you guys. So we're actually going to turn around and come back to this. But let's go ahead and check out the San Diego airport that we purchased. But 54 minutes to get into San Diego for Phoenix and touch off. We like that, right? So let's get rid of this for a second. Let's zoom outside. Actually, let's do this first. Let's get our ground services. Let's get our GPU connected. All right, ground power units going. Let's go ahead and get our bag of services going. All right, bag of services going, and then let's do our catering services as soon as that allows us. And catering services. Okay, now let's just have those guys, let's do those things real quick. Here we go, San Diego, you guys. Way better, way better than the default that we've been flowing into this last week. Look at this. And I think everything loaded. I don't see anything. Look at that. Everything loaded. I mean, even got the sky bridge up there loaded. So I wonder if it's just on the departure end. No, because Dallas Fort Worth, we landed in Dallas Fort Worth out of Chicago, and Dallas still didn't load, and it had that one spot too. One part of the airport loaded, the other part did not. So is that just construction? I don't know. Anyway, San Diego loaded just fine. So now I'm curious to see what happens when we go back into Phoenix. So I already got the flight pulled up. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and pause the stream. We'll load back into the same gate that we are. It will take me about 3 minutes to get the flight plan entered in. I already have it pulled up here on SimBrief, ready to go. Just gotta get back in and reload it back up. So I'll pause the stream, bring it in, bring you guys in, and we'll continue then. But other than that, let's continue like we were gonna shut down this plane for the next crew to come fly it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and turn off our flight directory. Crew, we'll say everybody's off. We'll wait for baggage crew and catering services to finish up. We already turned off our engines, so let's go ahead and turn on our external power since the ground power unit is connected. Battery 1 and battery 2 can come off since we do got external power. We can turn our pumps off since our engines are not on. Alright, baggage crew's finishing up. Catering crew's done. So let's slide over here to the middle. Let's go ahead and say we are done with the power. Smoky sign comes off. Nav light comes off. Beacon light comes off. Let's wait for him. And then what gate are we at, you guys? So we can load back in the same gate that they gave us. They gave us B5 is the gate they gave us. So I will remember B5. We'll load it back up. We'll come back on B5. Okay, they're all out of the way. Let's come over here. Let's go ahead and turn off our external parts, turn off the APU, and turn off the APU bleed. I'll let you hear the plane power down. Then I'll pause the stream and I'll be back. And we're going back into Phoenix. Okay, put it on pause. I'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. Welcome to the turnaround. Phoenix Black Knight here. We'll just start this off like it's another flight going back. Welcome to the turnaround flight. I am your captain for this turnaround flight, and I am your host for today's turnaround flight stream again. Phoenix Black Knight, welcome you guys. Welcome aboard again. Let's get on our way. Let's get this flight going. This is the second of our flight. We're going to turn around. We flew in from Phoenix into San Diego. Now we're going to San Diego back into Phoenix. I tried to get the gate. I couldn't get the gate that we were at. The B, it didn't come up as B. What's it say? There was no letters to the gates, you guys. So it looks like I missed it, but it's okay. We'll take this gate right here. But once again, reloaded. Look at that. San Diego's everything in San Diego looked like loaded like it was supposed to. Look at that. Everything loaded. Not one thing wrong here. That I can see that we saw in Phoenix, where one half of the airport was missing. And I wish, can anybody tell me what that is or why that is? Like, is that just one half of it under construction, so that's why it looks like that? The designers don't know, so they just put everything hanging there? Or I don't. It just doesn't make sense to me how I can just pay $23 and they just gave me a half-done product. There's got to be a very simple answer. I'm just not educated, or no one's told me yet. So. Other than that, though, but look at San Diego. San Diego's same thing, bought, and everything loaded on it. I mean, look at the city, you guys. Look at that. Ah, that's awesome. And look, everything loaded here. Yeah, maybe we'll substitute and play San Diego Black Knight instead of Phoenix Black Knight. Okay. Flight briefing. Let's go to the flight briefing so we can get this flight underway, because we got a Saturday to do. Okay, you guys, let's get into sim brief. Once again, I am Phoenix Black Knight. I am your captain for today's flight. Turnaround flight back into Phoenix, Arizona. We have two paywares today. Phoenix, Arizona's airport we just bought today, and San Diego's airport we just bought today. So we just flew out of Phoenix, kind of upset. Like you just heard the rant. San Diego's working perfect with that payware. So we're still the same plane. We're still Southwest 2947, 2937. We are going from San Diego into Phoenix. The time that we're going right now is going to be 12:38. They expect us there. They expect us 49 minutes, only 49-minute airtime. They gave us an hour and 17 minutes to actually finish the flight. 27,000 feet is going to be our cruising altitude. Distance for flying is 311 nautical miles. Wind is at 268 over 34 knots. Looks like we have 116 passengers on board. Bulk fuel for the flight is 9,429 pounds. Cargo we have on board is 5,115 pounds, which makes that a payload of 26,597. On our runway in San Diego, we'll be taking off at runway 27. And when we come down in Phoenix, Arizona, they want us down at runway 26. Weather's the same. Weather's the exact same. We're still sitting around 65 degrees in San Diego, and we are in with a little haze. They said a little. And going into Phoenix, we're still in the 81 and clear skies. All right. You guys have been briefed. I've been briefed. Let's get passengers on board. Let's get this second leg on the way. Autopilot. Well, not autopilot. Auto communications. Yeah, we want that off. Let's go ahead and hit our external power again. Illuminate all the buttons. Let's go ahead and do that. Seatbelt sign comes on. No smoking sign comes on. Nav light comes back on. Beacon light comes back on. APU bleed is hit. APU master is hit. We'll wait on the APU start. Let's go back to the captain seat, to the captain view. Let's go ahead and hit our ATC. Let's go ahead to our ground services connected. Limburg ground is on. Let's go ahead and get our GPU connected to the plane. Ground power units on its way. Let's go ahead and get the catering services going. Or baggage services. I accidentally clicked that. Baggage is on the way. Let's go ahead and do the jetway connection. Jetway's coming. And now let's do the catering services. Perfect. Main cabin door is open. Master alarm comes off. Heading down here. Let's get our floodlight. Let's get that on just like that a little bit. Middle panel console, let's turn that up so we can see what we're doing. Let's go slide over here so you guys see what's going on here. Flight directory, let's go ahead and hit that on. Let's go ahead and information map, we'll leave that in ARC. Nautical range information, let's leave that on 10 right now. On our turnout, we're going to go 210 knots on flaps 1, you guys. We do have a sharp turn if you see that right here. So we're going to just do a 210 on takeoff, and we'll stay with flaps 1, which is 10%. So we won't retract those on takeoff. We'll leave them. We'll leave them down, and we'll still climb as always at 1,500 feet per minute. .210 is entered. Climbing restrictions 1,500 feet. Enter. Let's just make sure these lights all illuminate on this dash. Perfect. Captain seat to the captain view. Zoom out. Let's check out San Diego airport again since we paid for it. I like it, you guys. I really do like it. Look at that. Ah. Yeah, that is nice. Oh, look at downtown. Look at downtown. Bays right here. I may have to call this the new home. I may have to say, hey, this is it. I may have to. Alright, baggage crew is getting done. Catering services is finishing up. Let's jump back into the captain seat to the captain view. Let's jump back in the middle of the plane. Let's go ahead and start our APU. Let's go out here so you can hear it. APU is starting up. Still waiting for the APU is now available. Let's zoom up here so you can see what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and turn on battery 1 and battery 2 now. Let's go ahead and hit our pumps on. Let's go ahead and turn back on our ATC and tell our GPU to get disconnected. Let's go ahead and turn off our external power. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bump up a little bit about right there. Get our camera view right there. Let's go ahead and turn our co-captain on. Let's get our clearance back into Phoenix. Let's slide back over here because they're going to want us to take off. Let's see what altitude they're going to want us to be at. They want us at 8,000 feet. So let's go ahead and enter 8,000 feet. Climbing restriction 1,500. Get that entered. Perfect. Back to the captain's seat to the captain view. Let's pull our view up a little bit. We sit about this high. There we go. Co-captain's finishing up right now. Just waiting him finishing up with our clearance. We'll get the jetway disconnected. We'll get our pushback, and then we'll get flying again. Okay, ground services. Let's get that jetway disconnected. Let's come this way, see what it looks like. Yellow banana. We were just in that. Nice. Oh, sorry. Jetway disconnected. Love it. Okay, let's jump back into the captain seat to the captain view. As we can see here, let's go ahead and request our pushback. Let's get rid of this. Co-captain's got it going forward now. Pushback has been accepted. Once pushback starts, we'll get back. We'll get engines 1 and engines 2 on. I won't talk during those times, you guys. I'm gonna let my voice take a break. I'll come back when engine 1 is available and I've turned on the taxi lights. just got our clearance to taxi. Runway lights come on. Nose light goes to the taxi position. Landing light still stay in the restricted position. Beacon light stays on, and nav light stays on. Let's go ahead and check our flaps as always. Flaps, bring them down. Speed brakes, bring those up and arm. Let's zoom out. Pan around here. Speed brakes are up. Flaps are coming down and active. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bring our speed brakes back up. Let's put them in the arm position for takeoff. And let's go ahead and bring our flaps up, minus 10% for taxi. Engine mode back in the start position. Let's put it back in the normal position. Taxi brakes activated. Let's go ahead and turn off our APU bleed. Let's turn off our APU master. Seatbelt sign is on. No smoking sign is on. Thumbs up. Salute. We out of here. Let's just wait for. We see someone coming in right now. Let's go ahead and this person going. Giving power, releasing parking brake. We have momentum, turning the plane. I do like the San Diego airport. I think you guys are going to see us using this a little bit more. Get our money's worth. This is Sunday, so it's the end of our week. So upcoming week, now that this has dropped, this upcoming week we may be coming in and out of San Diego, off in different locations. Obviously, get the money's worth of the payware. San Diego was $15 if you guys were running. $15 for San Diego and $22.99 for Phoenix. I'm telling you, I may get that refund back on Phoenix. We'll see what happens when we fly in. Like, this is a reload and coming off of a lag. So if there's any problems, usually Xbox One S has a problem right now, back-to-back flights. But San Diego loaded just fine. We scoped it out. Check it out, right? I mean, even buildings down here, no cars floating, no planes floating. Nothing, and this is on a second flight, so if there's anything wrong, this should show it, and it loaded just fine. So if there's something wrong with Phoenix, then I'll definitely shut down the Xbox, restart it, and try it one more time. If we still have it, I'll just try to find an answer. If there's no answer, I'm going to ask for the money back and be like, this is why. The right side of the airport won't load, the left side does. For $22.99? I don't think so. So, we'll see what happens. There's my rant. Again. Phoenix Black Knight, shut up. Alright, this guy in front of us is booking it. We're actually booking it pretty fast too, actually. We need to slow it down. We'll just go on the pace he's going. I wonder where he's flying to. I wish on the gamer tag, when you can read it, it will just say like where their destination's going, or just where they took off from. That would be really cool. If they could just see, like, if you're gonna play on all players and you want your tag to be out there, they should say where you took off from or where you're trying to fly. People just fly just to fly, so they probably should just put where you took off from. That would be pretty cool. Give you ideas of where to fly to. You know, just kind of open your mind a little bit by just reading them. But yeah, it sounds like an interesting airport. Let's check it out. Alright, this is the runway. Is he taking off already? Oh, he's gone. They are gone. I'm going to turn our engines to idle. Alright, they're in their idle position. I will say this with the Xbox S, there is some lag with the, you can see it buffering a little bit. You can actually see that. Alright, go ahead and stop in the plane. Parking brake activated. Getting clearance to take off. Co-captain is. Altimeter 3012. 3012. Cleared to take off. Runway lights, they come off. Landing lights go to the on position, both of them. Nose lights go to the takeoff position. Wing lights stay off. Nav light stay on. Beacon light stays on, and strobe light goes to the on position. Passenger seatbelt sign stays on. No smoking sign stays on. Flaps stay at 10%. Taxi brake, let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's go ahead and give the plane some power. Releasing parking brake. Let's go ahead and make our call. Flight crew, prepare for takeoff. Made our call. Let's go ahead and start our stopwatch now so we can have a focused takeoff. Remember, we are going 210 knots on the takeoff, so we do not need to retract our flaps. Here, we're lined up. Going up alive, coming down the same way. Engine mode. Flex, let's go. Let's fly. .120 commit. V1 rotating. Positive climb gears up. Follow flight plan, flight directory. Autopilot engaged. Let's go and get our flaps disarmed. Train comes on. Let's go and look. Right. There you guys. There we go. Beautiful takeoff flaps. It's still at 10%, 210 and holding. Transition over to the autopilot. Couldn't even tell. Beautiful, Twitch Nation. That is how we do it. ATC says we need to have a 30.12 on our altimeter, which we already do. Here comes our turn to the left. 1,500 feet. Oh, there's even a boat out here. Look at that. That is the first. Oh, there's a second one over here. Of all the times I've flown in and out of Los Angeles and San Diego, I've never seen that. That is pretty sick. I wonder if that's real people. I have to put a gamer tag on to see if those are real people or what. Or those are just real ships. That's pretty cool. Alright, we got a real plane in the flight. But that is pretty cool. Alright, let's change our view, guys. Let's do our view right there. And here's that sharp turn we were talking about. This is why we had to go 210 knots and flaps 10%. See how we look on the outside. That's not that bad of a turn. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's no. Oh, did that come with the San Diego? Maybe that came with the San Diego payware. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it came with the San Diego payware. Ah, that could be it right there. Because I got that. That's the thing. The only thing that's different. Oh yeah, San Diego's gonna be homegrown. Okay, we're out of that turn. We can go straight now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go flaps 0. Airspeed. Let's get it up to 250 knots. Keep our climb restriction 1,500 feet per minute. 4,500 feet. As soon as we get to 5,000 feet, we'll go ahead and ring the bell one time, release the crew so they can prepare for services. San Diego won it with those ships. San Diego beat Phoenix. Well, anybody can beat LA. We have payware for the LA airport. Even that beats Phoenix. I was this whole time excited for Phoenix, and that came out, and there was nothing. And they had good. The reviews were good. They were 4.5. It's gotta be. It wants to slow our speed down to 230 again. Again, that's not the first time we were at 210. They want us down to 230 knots. 36,000 feet. Let's go ahead and ring this bell one time. Yep. Crews go ahead and prepare for services. Let's put our camera on right there. And then they wanted us to climb. I wasn't co-captain when they want us to go to. I think they said 14,000 feet. It did say 14,000 feet. Look at that, you guys. Look at that memory. All right, they want us up to 14,000. Let's hit 14,000 right here. Still have a climbing restriction because we are under 10,000 feet. (9,300 feet, you guys. Let's get the plane ready for above 10,000 feet flying, as always. Let's wait a little bit. There's 9,500. 9,600. All right, now let's start prepping. Oh, let's prep. Okay. What's going on over here? What is going on over here? Our plane's acting up. Autopilot on. Autopilot disconnected himself. We got it back on. Get our climb restriction back on. Interesting. Everybody okay? Alright. Landing lights, they gotta go to the off position. Nose lights gotta go to the off position. Strobe light goes to the off position. Beacon light stays on, wing light stay off, nav light stay on, runway light stay off. Let's get our view back. That was very interesting. The autopilot disconnected. So it looks like it's up and running now. Let's get our view about right here. Above 10,000 feet now. So let's go. Let's fly. Is that the phrase we should use? That's it. Every time. Alright, let's fly. Yep, like it. 335 entered. Keep our restriction on until we get up to 320 knots. Then we'll take off the climbing restrictions. Coming up on 320. Go ahead and turn off our climbing restrictions. They want us up to 21,000 feet. There's 2,100. Let's go ahead. 21,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get that in. Fifteen 15,500 feet, you guys. Let's go ahead and hit our altimeter. Let's get that on barrel. Put it on standard. Coming up on 19,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn off our terrain. All right, let's get up to 27,000 feet. Entered. Nautical range. Let's go ahead and put that on 20. Alright, cruising altitude 27,000 feet. Once we get around this turn to the left, we will turn off the fasten the seatbelt sign. And we'll make our call. Just to let you guys know, the Southwest plane that we are copying right now is actually flying right now. The Boeing 737 that we can't fly, that we substituted out for the 320neo, is actually taken off right now. Is at 27,000 feet as well as we are. Flying in San Diego. So that is actually pretty cool. They're expected to touch down at 1:35 p.m., which is in a little bit. Their speed is 534 miles per hour. We are going 522. That is pretty sick. Right there, just so everybody's aware. That is pretty cool. That we're going 522, they're going 533 according to FlightWare. So yeah, that's pretty sick. Real world flights. Just got around that turn. Let's go ahead and take off the fasten the seatbelt sign. Let's go ahead and make the call. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now free to move about the cabin. Alright, you guys, since we're at 27,000 feet, we are at our cruising altitude. This is a short flight, so let's go ahead and get our cruising altitude briefing out of the way. If you're just joining us, or you just jumped onto the stream, I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. I am your host for today's stream and your captain for today's flight, Phoenix Black Knight. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to our second flight of the stream. We actually had our first flight. We have two paywares we have to tell you about. We bought the new airport in the Phoenix, and we bought the new airport in the San Diego. The Phoenix airport was $22.99, the US dollars, and the money, San Diego airport, it costed $15.99 for the San Diego US currency on both of them. We just left out of San Diego, loved it. I loved everything about San Diego. Loved it. Loved everything. I like everything about Phoenix that you can see. There's some development. There's some loading issues on my Xbox that could be. I'm thinking it is user error. But flying in, we'll see. We still have the problem. We'll see if there's anything I can do to fix it on my end. But so far, kind of a bittersweet taste because on the half of the airport's not loading. This is a big sunken hole. The other half loads, and that other half looks great. So we'll see what happens. That's what it was on our takeoff. We'll see what happens when we land back in Phoenix. See if that still happens. So let's jump in our flight briefing, you guys. You guys been caught up on the new payware. So our call sign is Southwest 2947. We're just leaving out of San Diego, going in the Phoenix. We're supposed to touch down by 1:30 p.m., which is Arizona time. Cruising altitude is at 27,000 feet, which we are at right now. Passengers are free to move about the cabin. Passengers on board is 116 passengers that we have on board right now. Wind is 268 over 34 knots. Distance we're flying is 311 nautical miles. Bulk fuel we have for the flight, 9,429 pounds. Our cargo is 5,115 pounds. Our payload is 26,597 pounds. We were in San Diego, we took off runway 27, and when we come down in the Phoenix, we expect us down, wheels down on runway 26. Weather, when we left San Diego, was 65 degrees and sunny. When we go in the Phoenix, it's going to be 85 degrees and sunny. So, very clear flight, you guys. But that's it. You guys just joined. You guys are caught up. That is it. You guys have been briefed, is what the word I was looking for. I'm going to log off, you guys, and as always, I'll see you on the descent vector. If you want to talk, go ahead and hit me up on chat, and I will answer your question live on stream if you have any questions. If not, enjoy the sounds of the game, enjoy the views, and I will be back on our descent. Alright, they want us to descend. Let's descend. They want us down to 21,000 feet. And no speed above 280 knots. Let's pull our speed back to 280. Okay, 280 knots is entered. 221,000 feet is entered. We are descending. That is a check, check, check. Alright, let's descend again. We gotta go down to 11,000 feet. They don't want our speed above 250 knots though, so we're gonna turn down to 250 knots, and then we're gonna go down to 11,000. 11,000 feet is entered. 250 knots is entered. We are descending and slowing down. Alright, 19,300 feet. Let's go ahead and get our altimeter. Let's get that in the 29.92 position. Let's leave it at 30.12 since we had it there last. And then as soon as we hit 11,000 feet, we're going to pull our speed back. Let's pull it back to 200 and I would say 220. Anywhere between 220 and 240. We'll see what our flight plan is when we get to that point. Altimeter, it's got to be 29-96. This is what we had it at almost. Okay, 29-96 is entered dash, which is point 29.96 is entered. 11,000 feet is entered. 15,500 feet and still descending. At this point, let's go ahead and turn on our terrain. Should have turned that on at 20,000 feet. Excited to see what this new payware Phoenix Airport looks like flying in, you guys. (12,600 feet), still descending down to 11,000 feet, holding 250 knots. As soon as we get to 11,000 feet, we'll pull our speed back to 240. Oh, there's Phoenix approach. Never mind. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and go to our approach speed, which is 210 knots. Let's go ahead and enter that in now. (210) is entered. (11,100 feet, you guys. Let's prep the plane for under 10,000 feet flying. So let's light it up. Landing lights go to the on position. Nose light goes to the takeoff position. And strobe light comes on. We sit about right here. Flaps 1. Let's descend to 9,000 feet. Flaps 1, holding 210 knots. There's 9,000 feet, 9,900. Let's get our nautical ratings down to 10 nautical miles. Lights are all on, check and check. Let's go ahead and get the fasten the seatbelt sign on since we're all lower than 10,000 feet. 9,000 feet. They want us to descend to 7,000 feet now, so let's get to 7,000 feet entered. That's entered. Phoenix Airport, you guys. Right there. Put our camera position ready for reversers on the landing. Let's put it up right there. Let's line our camera view up. Right there is perfect. Yeah, right there. Let's get the camera view right there. Holding 7,000 feet, still holding 210 knots. Maintain altitude and heading, and expect ILS runway. 26 approach. Just to give you guys a heads up, the plane that we're copying, the real southwest, the Boeing 737 that we had to copy and swap out, they just landed 2 minutes ago. So we were just behind them. It's down to 6,000 feet. 6,000 feet is entered. Still holding 210 knots. We're still at flaps 1, 10%. 6,100 feet.
southwest,
5,000 feet. Let's get down to 5,000. 4,000 feet. Let's go down to 4,000. 4,200 feet coming down to 4,000. Even, you guys. Runway's in front of us. This is an ILS runway, but I don't think it's going to load because, like I said, there's always that twitch when you try to do back-to-back flights. Oh, let's drop down to 160 if we're on our approach. Since we have the approach and ILS has not pulled up, looks like we're going to be... Oh, sorry. Flaps. That's flaps 2. Flaps 3. Let's hit our approach. Alright, let's go flaps full.
2,500.
Check. Yeah, we're on our approach and the ILS did not load. So like I said, there's always something like that kind of minor when you go back-to-back flights. You don't actually exit out of the game and let it fully reload. So we'll just vector it in, we'll navigate in like we usual. 2 white, 2 red. That's what we're looking for. Clear the land. Autopilot's got it from here. Speed brakes. Let's get those armed. Those armed. Let's go ahead and get our gears down. Get outside so you can see them. Gears are down. Let's get the view right here so you guys can see the reversers come out. Line our camera up for the plane again. Let's make our call. Flight crew, prepare for landing. A little bit windy coming into Phoenix. And don't forget, this is a payware airport, so let's see what it looks like coming in, just like San Diego.
1,000.
Let's see what it looks like. 1,000, check. Alright, plane's ready to land. I'm ready to land. You guys are ready to watch me land. I'm gonna get this on the ground.
500.
Talk to you on the ground. My plane.
400.
Continue.
300.
Committing.
200. 100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. 3,000.
Versers. See if we get on that middle lane. There we go. We can get that straight. Verser stowed. Turn the next taxiway. I like the runway. We'll take this exit. Let's go ahead and stop short. Ooh. Parking brake activated. Clean our flaps up. 10%. Speed brakes. It goes up. And let's contact ground, find out where our gate is. And taxi the gate. Clean our lights up. Runway lights come on. Landing lights go to restricted. Nose lights go to taxi. Strobe light comes off. Beacon light stays on. Wing light stays on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, Phoenix. Another payroll problem. What? Hang on. Hang on. Autopilot's not jumping on. So, we're gonna have to acknowledge that. Yeah. I did hear it. I did. I'm acknowledging. Let's see if it gives us our ribbon. Oh, it didn't give us the ribbon on the way back. That's 2 negatives. Phoenix, that's 2 negatives. I hope it's just a loading problem. As of now, San Diego is the best purchase. That is unfortunate, you guys. That really is unfortunate. You know what? Now that we're on the ground, we don't see that big sunken hole like we did on the takeoff. So I don't see that anywhere. So there's an improvement there. So it must be a loading thing. Because remember we had that big sunken hole? I don't see it. So it has to be a loading problem. Huh. Interesting. Well, I don't know where to find our gate, and I'm looking for marshals or somebody who's standing by a gate ready for a plane. And we'll assume that's us. We'll go this way. I don't see anybody at these gates. I don't see anybody where they're waiting for a plane. Oh wait, maybe I do. Maybe, hold on. Sorry people. Maybe in the distance I do. Yeah, the yellow lines are coming in. As you guys tell, still kind of glotchy. Trying to load. The graphics are trying to load with the Xbox. That could just be an Xbox thing on my end. So, I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to make the purchase or not. I'm definitely going to try restarting my Xbox and doing a hard reset and see if that does anything with the Phoenix airport. See if it gives me that sunken hole problem again we had at takeoff. But other than that, let's do... Yeah, there's no one expecting us. So we're just going to pull into a random gate and call it good. I don't see any marshals or any ground crew on the gate we're supposed to go. So, let's pick a gate. Let's do this one right here. Looks like we're in the A what? A10. All right. Can't beat 10. That's a good number. All right. Parking brake activated. Engine's idle. That's when the seatbelt sign comes off. Flap all the way up. Runway lights come off. Landing light stay on the restricted. Nose light goes to the off position. Beacon light off. Nav light off. Engine 1 off. Let's see if ATC gives us any options. It does. Jetway connected. Engine 2 off. Hour and 7 minutes, you guys, but we did taxi for a little bit, so we'll say we landed at least under an hour. Too bad we didn't get no taxi ribbon. Hopefully that's not a common thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, you guys, let's end it there. We don't have a ground crew or anything, so we'll just we'll call it there. Great flight, 2 flights, payware one more time. Let's pan out now that we got the actual airport loaded. Here you go, you guys. This is what Phoenix Airport actually looks like. The parking structure, I think they got it dead on. That's exactly what it looks like. The little roundabout. That's exactly what it looks like too. Tower looks like that. Gateways look like that. Yeah, they did a good job. So it's got to be since this loaded on the return and not on the takeoff, it's got to be something on the Xbox, I would think. But anyway, you guys, that is it for me. Our week starts again on Tuesday. We got to change our week up a little bit now that they got the new payware. We're gonna see if we can get some more flights coming in and out of Phoenix and San Diego, so we can get our money's worth on both of those. So we gotta switch our week up on Tuesday and get some more flights in and out of there. But until then. Until Tuesday, that is it. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy Monday. And I'll see you guys Tuesday. Phoenix Black Knight, I'm out. Logging off. See you later. Later.